So first of all, this strategy has been a very long ask of EAPN as a network, and it comes at a time where it's very important to signal that poverty and poverty eradication is a priority. So this is a good sign that it comes now. This strategy also has within it a new target that also shows the signal that the European Commission takes the issue seriously, and that is that the European Commission has committed to eradicate poverty by 2050. So this is all positive. Now, what we need to see is all the steps that will lead to this eradication, and this is exactly what the strategy is meant to be. There are some aspects where it falls short, but there are also some aspects where we really see the potential of this first ever strategy to advance our fight against poverty in Europe. Some of the most important aspects of the strategy are also part of how the strategy needs to be implemented. So a big win as part of a strategy is the participation of people experiencing poverty and the fact that the strategy wants to have a structured dialogue with people experiencing poverty. Why is it important? Well, simply because if they are not consulted, if they are not engaged with regularly in a way that is meaningful, in the way that is accessible for them, the policies will simply not be able to reflect the situations they're in and be efficient. This is why we're advocating for a structured dialogue with people experiencing poverty, and this is also why we're happy to see it in the strategy. A second thing is that the Commission is setting to work on several recommendations and proposals for Council recommendations that will serve as guidelines to member states on issues that are very close to the things that people experiencing poverty, but also our network have been asking for. One of them is on in-work poverty, because we know that having a job in 2026 is not a guarantee to not be a person experiencing poverty. The second one is on easy and integrated access to services. What it means is that the Commission will work on a set of guidelines and recommendations for member states so that people that need to access services, need to access benefits, have a one-stop shop to go and have an easy interlocutor to get all of their services in one place. This is something that people experiencing poverty have been asking for a long time. And another one maybe is the fact that in the strategy there is also a recognition that poverty as a stigma exists and that we need to set out the work to target it. So while there are no specific measures yet on socioeconomic discrimination and how it should be targeted, the Commission recognizes that socioeconomic discrimination exists and that it needs to start the work specifically for research to target it everywhere in Europe. No strategy is perfect, and of course we've seen that there are some gaps in the strategy. Overall, what we regret is a narrative around poverty that is not quite matching how we perceive it and how we perceive a fight against poverty. For us, poverty is a breach of fundamental rights. It is a matter of social justice. It's a matter of human rights. Every time a person experiences poverty, it's the European social model failing to address their needs. So in the strategy, what the narrative is instead is that poverty is framed as a barrier to growth, a barrier to competitiveness. And so this economic framing of poverty removes the social and human rights aspect from the picture. So we are trying to refocus it on what is a human rights-based approach. The second thing, and oftentimes it's the biggest thing, is the funding. So while we have a proposal from the Commission for an EU budget, this EU budget doesn't give us a clear indication of how the anti-poverty strategy will be funded. And more than this, the MFFs of the multi-annual financial framework shows that the priority is set on competitiveness and militarization and defense. So social needs to be put back at the center of funding, and we need to have a clear understanding of how the European Commission is aiming to put its money where its mouth is and really fund the fight against poverty. And another one maybe the last one is that we were hoping for a similar structure than the one that exists for people experiencing poverty, where the dialogue with civil society would be aided. And what we mean by this is that we were aiming for a structured dialogue with resources, a work plan, and as well as just a framework for civil society to be engaged regularly with the European Commission. And this is not part of a strategy. Voilà.